Hello and welcome to Out Past the Rings, number 188. Today we're talking about Infant Island's Sepulcher 12-inch slash cassette that came out on April 17th of 2020. This is a huge release. Arguably, this is the release that has maybe sold the most amount of copies out of like everything. There's been 3 or 4 cassette runs, as well as at least 2 vinyl runs, which include almost the entire color wheel that Gotta Groove Records has to offer. So let's go through and talk about this because it is a huge album, both literally and figuratively. Although it's a regular sized album, it's not 13 inches. Okay, so anyway, the history behind this guy is I really wanted to... I got into the band a tad late in terms of they sent me their first album, and I was like, this is good. And then right before it came out, I listened to it enough, it's like, oh my god, this is amazing! And then I found out that I didn't even have the mastered versions. They were the unmastered versions that I was jamming. So I think the band already knew, Alex in particular and Daniel knew that I really wanted to be involved in the next release. So myself, or Zegema Beach Records, and Left Hand label from Dog Knight's sister label, that is, I believe, finished now, and Acrobat Unstable Records, released pretty much all of these versions, with the exception of the cassettes, which sometimes were much more ZBR based. But yeah, so when this was in the works, basically, they let me know that it was going down. They had to like re-record some vocals, and eventually I got the final masters, and I was like, holy shit. Like, what happened here? And I'm by the way, all for it. So their older stuff is way more in the shoegaze category. Shoegaze screamo. They changed drummers for this album, and yeah, it's not just the drums that have changed. Everything has changed. The vocals, way heavier. The guitars and stuff, way faster, way heavier. The shoegaze is kind of still there sometimes, maybe on like track 4, Awoken, but generally it's much more in the vein of Ostraka, A Paramount Who Loves Supreme, maybe like even some Gift from God stuff, some of the early Gift from God material. Much more chaotic, mathy, and much more like metal, black metal sounding than the earlier shoegaze emo stuff. So anyway, there's 4 tracks on this. I don't know if you know, but the tapes have 5 tracks. The B-side on, I believe, every single one is a noise track as well. So you got Burrow at 2:30 to start off. It's just, you blast right through. Then you've got Unspoken, which is arguably the best song on this, and one of the best songs I've heard them do. The last half from that like slow build-up is very, very nice, especially the vocals and the lyrics. You got Phantom Wines at track 3. That is like your interlude before the epic 10-minute Awoken, what really helps push more Ostraka vibes with it, being the 10-minute song, which Ostraka loves to do on their albums. Yeah, I would say Unspoken is the best song, but it's a great listen all the way through. This really pushed them from, in terms of the spotlight on them, from just being like a screamo band to being a whole lot more than that. They got way more shows. They were getting way more attention. This is the last thing that ZBR released, because after this they got signed. So, yeah, they've done very well for themselves. They were supposed to play ZBR Fest 2020, but COVID... thank the Lord of Science that we were able to get them on 2024, because they kicked absolute ass, and I picked up this shirt. I used to have all of the variants of everything, which was stupid, because there was, 2 Wax Mages for each run, and then 2 to 3 regular colors, and then of all the tapes and stuff I did, some of them have like 3 or 4 variants, so I had way too much stuff. So I had to unload some of that a while ago. I was holding this one back for someone who eventually, hasn't picked it up or paid for it. So this one is on Bandcamp now. It is the absolute last copy that I will ever have for sale, because the only other copy I have is this one here, which is my personal first press Chroma Mage, which is just too nice. This is before they did the wax mage ones. Like, I remember bringing this to work at the post office and like just showing, you know, like a 6-year-old woman who worked there. She was like, "What is that? Oh my god!" And it doesn't matter if you check out records all the time. This is still fucking wow to the max. Just gorgeous. This is the Chroma. There was also like a Chroma, like what's it called? Like Mirror Mage or something like that. That was released for the second run. Stained Glass Mage looked really, really cool as well. The first mages for those had sparkle in them too, which was really cool. It's the first time I'd seen that much sparkle in like a mage record and stuff. I'm not going to go through all the tapes. Like, this is the one that I'm keeping with I think it's like the second run. The first run was all banned, and I've actually got one for sale in the store right now. Not in the store. It's on Bandcamp. All these are on Bandcamp. There's one of each of these, and there's absolutely no more left. I still have a gold-plated one from the first or second run, or second or third run. Yeah. A lot of really nice variants on these. Oh, here's the newest one that the band released. I believe it's on like glitter etched, and it comes with an O card as well. Yeah, you can. Come on, light, hit that properly. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, that's just white, but that's also etched. There we go. All right, so yeah, we've basically gone over everything already. I can't believe all my Infant Island stuff's pretty much done. Yeah, love Infant Island. Those members, amazing. Oh, they're also in Mattachine, so I don't think I've done the Mattachine 7-inch yet. So that'll be coming up relatively soon. But yeah, until then, make sure you check out the new one. The new one's Obsidian Wreath, which I also own because it is fantastic. One of the best albums of, I think, last year. The first time I heard it, I went... So yeah, we'll just end it there, I guess, or maybe I should one more time. Doing it. Having too much fun with that. Check the Bandcamp. Bandcamp.